What's up, everybody? The Mean Boys podcast is back in Los Angeles.
Holy shit, after an insane tour. Thank you guys so much to everybody who came out. Special shout out to Ethan in New York, who was losing his mind high.
Oh, yeah. That guy was fucked up. He brought his girlfriend who ended up having a good time. We're going to be dropping the New York episode live from the Creek in the Cave. Thank you to everyone who came out from that. We packed it out. It was pretty fucking awesome. And thanks to every single person who told a friend and bought a ticket and hung out and brought us knives and cake and drugs and every other thing in the world.
Yeah.
We had the fucking time of our life, and we're going to be back soon. So if you guys want us to come to your city, go ahead and fill out that tour sheet. There will be a link to that in the show notes. It's also on our Twitter page.
Yeah, if you live in Denver, Salt Lake City, or Las Vegas, or near those places, especially fill that sheet out.
Yeah.
That might be happening at the end of May.
At the end of May, yeah, because the boys booked themselves a porn gig. We'll be discussing. That was the best day of my life. Where Cosby got acquitted, and me and Keith locked down a nice porn gig. So we're going out to roast porn stars, bringing out Tom Goss to write. It'll be great.
Yeah, more details soon.
So yeah, check that out. Fill that out. If you want us to come see you, we had a fucking great time. We're going to be hitting the road a lot more now that we know that this is a viable thing. And thanks to all the new listeners from the Real Ass Podcast and Race Wars. We had a great time doing those shows out in New York City. Big ups to Sherrod Small and Louis J. Gomez for having us. You guys were fucking awesome. Go check those out right now. They're on YouTube, everywhere you get your podcast. And drop us a quick review on iTunes. Only takes a second. Helps us out quite a bit. Quite a deal. Quite a great deal.
What's the new iTunes?
400 reviews. I will get my mom on this show. And just an update on my mom's situation. This morning, she sent me a video tour of the trailer she just moved into in Fresno.
Yeah.
So,
was it luxurious?
it looks like a fucking trailer in Fresno, Tom.
Okay.
This one comes to us from Big Daddy Dave Diesel.
Jesus fucking shit.
Love you guys.
Shout out to that guy.
I've been with the show since day one. Love what you're doing and hope you keep going. Thank you for the review, buddy.
Yeah, man.
And we got a new subreddit that's percolating pretty well. People are talking, so go fuck around on that. That's cool. I like you guys meeting each other. We tease it. We might be doing a show in Salt Lake City, and these two dudes were like, "What? You live in Salt Lake too? I just looked at your profile. I also like motorcycles. Want to be friends?"
We're the only non-Mormons here.
Yeah. So go make some friends. Fuck with the new subreddit. Go on the YouTube page and watch the Tom Goss vlogs.
Yeah,
oh my goodness.
Got a couple more coming out. Got a couple segments from the shows coming out too.
Yeah.
And, it's a fun time. If you ever want to see what fucking the price check look like or car knock dating game.
All that shit. Yeah, if you ever wanted to play Tom in a video game, you have your chance.
I keep pushing left and he keeps jumping. What's happening?
Yeah, it's like Half-Life, but instead of a crowbar, it's just cake. So check all those out. And of course, thank you to Starburns Audio. Should be all live and ready to go now. But yeah, we're on the Starburns Audio Network.
Theoretically.
Yeah, we had to push that back a week, so we dropped it, and everyone was like, congrats. And they're like, wait, are you guys lying? No, it's for real. So thank you guys for having us on board. Really fucking love the team over there, and I like their vision, which is like a SoundCloud rapper thing to say, but they're just like, yeah,
good
do whatever you want.
Site.
Yeah, it was the first big showbiz meeting we've had where I'm just like, oh, you guys totally get it and aren't going to fuck this up.
Oh, absolutely.
You guys are great, and we can't wait to make you regret this choice.
Oh, for sure. And also a quick personal announcement. May 23rd, I'm going to be taping a TV set for True TV in Chicago.
What?
So if anybody wants to come out, there's a link for tickets on my Twitter, or just hit me up somewhere and I'll send you the right way. And I have like a small guest list, so if you're cool and I know you, fucking holler at your boy, and I'll get you in the green room. And everyone will be like, why did this guy bring so many Xanax dealers to the TV shoot?
As long as we're talking about personal shows, end of May, I'm coming up to NorCal. I know a bunch of you guys have been asking. I'm going to be in Santa Cruz on May 24th, Sacramento at the, what is it called? Comedy
Lanes, the bowling alley tour.
No, that's different. Yeah, I'll be somewhere in Sacramento.
Oh, Laughs Unlimited.
Laughs Unlimited on the 25th or 24th. And then Comedy Lanes in Blue Lake on the 26th, and then Ukiah on the 27th. I'll post all the official times and ticket links and all that stuff.
Oh, and I'm coming back to Austin and Houston at the end of June. So keep your ears peeled. If you're on the email list, you'll get a blast for that and all the other shows that we're doing. So sign the fuck up, guys. And I think that's just about it. The Patreon's still rocking and rolling. $5 a month, weekly bonus content. Get a little more mean in your life. Help us keep the lights on and the food in our bellies. $10 a month, you get a little treat, a little goodie, sticker, magnet, koozie. fucking we're pretty much furnishing your house at this point.
Yeah,
If you've
exactly.
been on there long enough. So go do that. It helps us out a lot. We really appreciate it. It's been a life-changing amount of money, which is sad because it's still relatively small.
Yeah. It's like a bad job.
Yeah.
Worth of money.
It's every year it's about the price of a really nice used Kia.
Yeah,
and
we
we're
are
like,
splitting one barista's wages 3 ways, and it's the most money we've ever made.
Absolutely. So we love you guys. This episode features Damian Holmes and Dave Sirus, recorded out in New York City, two of our favorites, and here it is for you to enjoy. Hey everybody, welcome to the Mean Boys Podcast. I could fuck a dog on 5th Avenue and not lose listeners. I'm Connor McSpadden.
I'm Tom Goss.
I'm Dave Sirus.
I'm Keith Carey.
And I'm
Straight Connor.
Oh, damn. That was flawless. Damian looks like the coolest Mormon. Like they send him out into the skate park to just be like, what up, fellow youths? Swoggle him into a life of chastity.
I like yours better.
yeah, that was my high school superlative, actually.
What's a high school superlative?
It's like the year where most likely to be a cool Mormon. I
Oh,
guess.
okay. I got most dramatic, weirdly enough.
Did you?
Despite the fact I never talked to anybody. You know, there's a dark horse campaign to make me class clown, but everyone was like, it's too creepy.
Well, that was like a more polite way for them to just write, don't sell him a gun.
yeah.
I got class clown in 7th grade. I also got most athletic.
Wow, a lot has changed as a guy who is now humorless and dense.
Yep.
Everybody's getting fat on the road.
Oh my God, I've gained like 20 pounds.
I wanted to point out Damon looks like Mitt Romney's rebellious phase.
I am going to put ketchup on my fries, Mom.
Yeah, yeah. He's like, ooh, I tried some black tea. I'm being so naughty.
This button down isn't even buttoned all the way up.
No, people saw
Call
the
it jalapeno,
Yeah,
Dad.
people saw the episode description and they're like, oh, they finally got a black guy. And then they heard Damian Holmes
yeah.
is this man, the world's most Caucasian human being.
Oh, man. Yeah,
His middle name is actually Coles. A lot of people don't know that. What were you going to say?
I was going to say, if you look at me on Facebook, it's me and then every other black guy.
Yeah.
It's just a nonstop.
Just you and then all the people that you cross the street when you see coming.
I get that, but with gay. It's a lot of gay
You have
guys.
one gay guy.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's one.
It's too much.
It's one.
I'm kidding.
Okay.
Yeah, somebody said something a little racially insensitive in the car the other day, and then Dave
Who
Cyrus.
could it have been?
I don't know.
Oh.
Dave Cyrus just silently rolls up his window and goes, "It's a dense city. There's always someone."
Well, there were like people within 5 feet of us.
Oh, okay.
Someone was screaming a word that I don't think he'll even scream here
No, yeah.
on this show.
I'm going to tell you right now, he sure won't.
Oh, guys, it's good. It's good. Dave,
But if it makes it better, he did it in a very racist accent. So there we go.
well, let
A
me
weird Asian accent.
let me explain what happened last night at the bodega.
Said it with a hard L.
One of the great moments of my entire life is we're walking to the bodega. I'm buying like a Gatorade or something. I accidentally knock over this like Ukrainian man's like tip bucket, you know, and like all the cash spills out everywhere. And he goes, "Oh no, my money!" And then I go and I pick up his money and I come up to the counter. He goes, "Ah!"
That was one of your greatest moments of your life. I was also in the room. I forgot about it and didn't know what you were talking about when I went outside.
Oh, dude, it made me so happy. Oh no, my money!
And then he just proceeded to do it about 300 times on the drive back to Dave's.
Oh yeah,
Because even though we didn't hear the man say it, that doesn't mean we can't enjoy the many, many, many impressions of it.
Oh yeah, well it's like, what if that guy had a pet rabbit and it ran away? It'd be, oh no, my bunny!
I would rather put nails through my dick than do this again.
What if Easter's canceled?
The same one. It is. Fucking goons. All you had to do was any other word.
No, it's so much funnier if we only do "Oh no, my bunny"
Yeah.
for every
Hugh
riff.
Hefner died.
Oh no, my bunnies!
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, these peeps aren't birds. What are they?
Oh no, my bunny!
Who is this for?
Oh, Starbird's Audio Network. That's who it's for.
Yeah, our fine listeners.
There's only one animal available in hunting season.
Oh no, my bunny!
Dude, we got some kind of chemistry going on here.
Yeah, me and Tom, we're doing next level shit. You
Oh,
guys just
yeah.
don't understand.
Wait, who's fucking up Elmer Fudd's day?
Oh no, a bunny!
All right, well,
Yeah.
that's the Mean Boys podcast.
Man, there's not a lot
Anyone
of
got anything to
bunny-related
plug?
media out there.
Yeah.
Wait, what did you eat when we all had soup at the ramen place?
Oh no, my dumplings!
See, I thought you were going to go pork bunny, but you had pork buns.
I forgot. Yeah, I was like, I don't know. I
It's
forgot.
the world's
too.
simplest bit, and he still fucks it up.
Yeah.
What if you drop your candy bears?
Oh no, Tom's a dummy.
Oh no, my gummies!
That's some sort of chemistry.
Here's a good thing about this bit. It only gets funnier. It keeps getting funnier and funnier.
Furious.
Once we allow
I'm
it to
turning
be,
Connor into the new Tom.
once
Yeah,
we
right.
allow it to be any rhyming word, this will never stop.
Oh, dude. Well, I mean, I've been eating like you, and I've started to become you. I realized I was just like, you just had like a 25-year case of sodium
Yeah,
poisoning.
and I've been eating like Keith, and Keith's actually been pretty healthy besides some of the... never mind.
No, go ahead.
Oh, but besides some of the drugs, I guess you
Oh,
did.
yeah. No, my food intake has been decent. My
Yeah.
drug intake has been bananas.
Yeah, Connor moved
yeah.
to me, I moved to you, you moved to better than both of us.
Yeah, I moved to just doing drugs and having sex. Two are rules, you guys.
yeah, choke up on your mic a little bit, Keith.
Yeah, I smoked weed a couple times. I drank a bunch. I
Some
did
Molly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You drink Molly?
What's up? No. That was a separate thing.
Okay, that's what I
Like
thought.
you drink and then you do Molly.
Yeah, Tom, liquid Molly, you know. That popular drug.
Dude, I'm smoking raspberries right now. It's very possible.
I'm so happy you guys all did drugs this trip.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I've been getting into pot.
Yeah.
I'm not even home
It's-
yet. If anybody in New York wants to give me more drugs,
Yeah, I'm just picturing Tom has like a jerky smoking shed, but there's just a bunch of fruit up there, and he's like, "Oh yeah, this did not turn out as good. I thought this was how you made vape stuff."
No, dude, it's all about pot and coffee, all right? It's a magical combination.
That way you can be quick and slow.
Yeah, no, it makes you aware of how unaware you are, and it's just the perfect kind of...
well, yeah, the way Tom described like pot and coffee was like, yeah, I just felt like I was on top of my game and I was like funny but loose. And then we're watching him while we're doing the Real Ass podcast, and he just kind of. Just like staring and bobbing like a chill buoy.
That was the most caffeinated I've ever been. I had the Monster, I had a Dunkin' coffee, and I had 2 cups of Death Wish.
Yeah.
And I was just like seeing like 12th dimensional beautiful mind shit, but with like racism and bad opinions.
Well, yeah,
you know?
we had to get pretty mentally ripped to go over the top of Louis Gomez.
Yeah, that is a
Power
good
racism.
point. I thought I was having these occasional just snipes, but in reality, I might have just thought them
No,
loudly.
you had snipes. You just looked like such a fucking.
It was-
maroon.
Oh,
It was more so
I was
just
like,
moments-
I can't look at my fucking video projection on the screen because I
Oh,
just
yeah.
look like a red buffoon.
Well, no, it was more so just moments where you wiped the drool away from your face. Those were your big sniping moments.
Yeah. Damon, you do drugs?
Not really. I'm like I drink every once in a while, but
Okay.
Damien was a real cool kid.
Yeah,
he had a hit of my
Damien,
vape.
you tried alcohol in possibly the lamest way of all time, which is while you were watching an episode of Mad Men alone.
yeah, that's right.
Wait, you made yourself like a scotch?
Well, I mean, make it just pour. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I didn't think you brewed it.
Yeah. He
yeah.
became a Cooper, so he could craft a barrel.
Yeah, it was like post breakup. I was like, you know what I'm gonna do, and then yeah, I don't know.
Cool madman.
Yeah, but I didn't really drink in California because
Well, no, you went to a big party school. You went to UC Santa Barbara, and then you realized that you were much more into shonen anime. Yeah. And you just kind of sociopathically avoided everybody for a while.
well, that's what I was doing in high school. I was just like, just dork, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to go to college, reinvent myself, and then I just met 80 people that were just like surfers, and
Yeah.
just talking about like shacking racks of waves, and I was just like, well, I can't do this.
I remember when you went back to California to visit, and you had a beer with me, and I was like, Damien's a cool New York guy now. He's
Yeah.
fucking
Drinking
wild.
a beer, he touched a boob.
And then I waited an hour to drive. It was pretty nice.
I do love Connor and Damon because you both are like just these very like tall, attractive men who are just like we'd rather watch cartoons.
I mean, this because it's for the intellectual man. This is what the the Homo novus does.
The thinking man's tentacle porn.
Yeah.
Look, the Western world just doesn't get us.
Look, this side of the table, you guys have your thing. We're going to be out doing drugs, not fucking people, being retarded.
with this cool guy.
Yeah,
Come on, Dave's
Hell
team.
yeah, Dad.
Yeah, getting lost, eating carbs, bothering everybody.
Damian and Connor look so much like they just left the Westboro Baptist Church.
And it's pretty apparent why.
Look, I don't think he hates him, but I think it's kind of a slippery slope. Dude, Tom got high, and I was trying to get him back to the place we're staying out in Brooklyn with
That was
Mr. Cyrus.
The most high I've ever been while still being close to functional.
Well, yeah, and it was just like an escort mission in a video game where it's just like, nope, he's eating out of the trash again. I gotta force feed him fucking hydrogen peroxide, so he throws up, and you got a gyro.
We were walking down the street. I'm trying to eat this gyro, and it's just white. The guy put on like a half a bottle of white sauce.
The guy
how high
for
I
sure
was.
saw you, and he was like, "Oh, this is gonna be good."
In his defense, it was amazing. But even while I was high, I was like, "Yeah, pour the white sauce on."
Yeah. No, I
and
saw
then
you-
like 10 seconds later, I was like, "Oh, he's still putting the white sauce on." Like even high, I was like, "That's a lot of white sauce."
And then you got home, you looked like you just started an Eastern European porn.
Yeah, well,
Covered.
I was eating it. It just kept like dumping on me as I'm eating it on the way. And Connor, I can feel Connor get irritated, but I don't give a shit. I'm enjoying this gyro, and we're walking.
Tom's just walking, just like spilling everywhere, tripping, making wrong turns.
Bits
and
of chicken are flying everywhere.
Oh yeah, and I'm just at one point I'm just like, Tom, just stand still and eat the fucking sandwich.
And as he turns to say this, right before there was like a third of the sandwich. I'm like, I'm just going to eat all of it so that I don't have to make more of a mess. So I just shove it in my mouth so it's not all over me. And he turns around and it's just like bursting out of my face like a 4-week-old zit, and it's just like just in chunks, just popping out of my mouth all over the place.
Yeah, like you'd been fucking ball gagged with Arabian meat products.
And then I just start laughing and start trying to not choke on this giant half a sandwich. Well, yeah, it was a good time. Pot and coffee's so good, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
clearly. It sounds like you were at the top of your game.
Oh man, and
Look,
nothing is more fun than being around Tom when he's forgetful and also full of ideas. Because then he makes you try to remember the brilliant ideas that he had, and you're just like, I don't know, it was like an ice cream store, but the cones were gay. I don't know what you're.
You guys got to get high and try Skittles. I know you've had Skittles.
Tom, here's the thing: you're just having this
Have
development now,
Skittles
so
high.
you're a 25-year-old man that's turned into a shitty 16-year-old who's like, you got to get high, all right, and then watch Boondock Saints.
Blow your mind. Weed makes food taste good.
I know, yeah. This is
Skittles specifically, all right? It's all about them Skittles. You will surf the rainbow, all right? My son. You will surf.
Oh, the momentum just slammed me to a halt.
My son. Surf the rainbow.
This car started sputtering so fast.
That was Tom confidently walking out a door and then realizing it led to a cliff.
I like how my son is your save line.
all right, guys. We're all fired up. What do you say we get into the Mexican joke off?
How about yeah?
Ay, so topical. All right, I'll take us away this week. The infamous Walker Pizzeria that refused to serve gay people is finally closed. In light of his efforts in the case, Keith Carey has been dubbed Aaron Papajonovich.
That's the one in Indiana, right?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck that asshole.
Yeah, good for you, dude. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, man. It's a big step for me getting pepperoni.
Should I go next?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
All right. A sausage company made a typo and was accidentally selling free country anus beef sausage. If you are actually seeking out anal beef sausage, DM at Keith Tells Jokes on Twitter.
Come on, man. All right, well, we're 2 for 2 on me.
Actor Vern Troyer has died. His family asked for their privacy, but will announce plans for a public burial now that they realize he won't flush.
Oh, that's good as hell,
Trying
dude.
to shove him down.
They tried a few times.
I got cut to just a bunch of like alligators with fucking Vern Troyer's face.
Yeah, we were just going to put him in a Converse box and, let him float out down the gutter.
Yeah, I straight up ran out of time to write jokes, but Bob Keane from our Chicago episode, we were supposed to do a studio one with him. He actually wrote jokes and he wanted me to do them, so I'm gonna do those. I had it pulled up and then it went away. There we go. A home buyer backed out of a $2 million deal after learning the house had been used to film a porn video. When reached for comment, realtor Dice Clay said, "This broad's pussy was so loose the whole deal fell through it." Oh!
Wow.
Well done,
Well
Bob.
done, Mr. Keene.
Yeah.
All right, Avengers Infinity War comes out this weekend, and the internet is abuzz trying to figure out which Black Panther character is going to die first.
Oh, they die in movies over there.
Hey, it's an issue.
Who do you guys really think is going to die, though?
Cap
Infinity War?
Captain
Yeah.
America's dead.
Mike Lawrence midway through the movie. He's going to have a joy heart attack. He's wearing the helmet.
Is Damian in this one? I love
Yes.
it.
Yeah, you just can't see him.
Well,
He'll
yeah,
live.
no, the Mike Lawrence, I get paid $30,000 a month to write Cheeto puns, but having a Patreon is killing the art of comedy. Yeah, we saw him at the stand last night, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you guys are like a homeless guy in an off-ramp. Just gonna have $1." And I'm just like, Mike, nobody fucking loves you. All right, how about you shut the fuck up?
We get money to do the art we want to make. I'm sorry we didn't fucking sell out to
Yeah,
the
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I didn't get Viacom involved with my podcast, you dipshit.
Mike's the only guy who, like, every time you can tell he's really happy, he also looks like he's in a lot of pain.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's like the organ that turns joy into smiles is broken.
Yeah.
All right, gang. 3 people were killed when a van drove into a crowd in Germany. Authorities say it happened because the driver mixed up the gas and terrorism pedals. That's just a pedal that they have in the car.
That's real dumb, but I like it a lot.
I enjoyed that. A golfer was randomly attacked by 2 geese. He was heard yelling, "Oh no, this time the birdies are hitting me." That's so funny. That's great.
Son of a bitch. Half-court goss.
A couple in Rockford, Michigan just celebrated the birth of their 14th child, all boys. Doctors said the odds of having 14 kids the same gender is 0.02%, the same odds that none of those 14 boys will ever rape someone.
Yeah. Yeah, here's Dave's parenting book. It's called You're going to have to make some phone calls someday. Everybody goofs.
Jesus. News outlets in Jefferson, Alabama reported that several trainloads of human feces have been sitting in a local train yard for months. Construction is currently underway to convert the train yard into a McDonald's that only serves the McRib. All right. Well done, Bob.
A recent study out of King's College has linked loneliness to depression. The researchers' next project will be finally linking HIV to AIDS.
Ooh, very good. Well, I didn't know Colin Jost was showing up today.
That's like one of my favorite jokes on the Mexican joke-off, maybe of all time.
That was
That is-
snappy, my dude.
Well, thank you.
Me and Dan were talking about this the other night. I really think I could live with HIV if I just drank a lot of Gatorade. I feel like that. Have you ever had a Gatorade? Like when you got diarrhea, you're done. You're
Well,
fine.
everybody with HIV is pretty uppity.
Yeah, they have like
yeah.
basketball teams and shit.
Yeah, you know, they're playing piano at the Comedy Store. They got jobs. All right.
Okay.
Oh, he's open about it. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know him that well, so maybe I shouldn't have said it. But he's a cool guy every time.
No, he's very nice. I really like him.
All right. Yeah, so shout out to Jeff
Charlie
Baldinger.
Sheen.
No, I'm kidding. The other guy that doesn't have AIDS at all.
Shout out to AIDS McGillicuddy over at the store.
Pat Regan has AIDS?
All right, guys. A Japanese man kept his disabled son locked in a cage for 20 years. Authorities said that his treatment was inhumane and a waste of a perfectly good podcast co-host.
Oh, we should get Tom a cage.
Oh yeah. After we get Alexis in Indiana a cage to fuck
Yeah,
her
I'm
husband
not getting in a cage around you fucking animals.
around. You almost said around yous guys, and I know what you did.
Well, yeah, you're not getting in the cage. We're putting you in the cage.
You guys can't do anything physically to me. I am.
We can if you're asleep.
You're. Yeah, I'll wake up.
Not if you're drugged.
Yeah, Tom, you're waking. It's tough for you to
Tom,
wake up.
you really don't think I could trick you into getting in a cage?
Absolutely not.
I bet you $1 million I could.
This ends with you losing your foot, Keith.
Tom, here's what I need you to understand. I'm not going to tell you when. I'm not going to tell you how. At some point, I'm getting you into a cage.
Okay. If you fuck up, I beat the shit out of you, though.
Deal.
Okay.
Oh, Tom,
I'm not going to physically force you into the cage. I'm going to hornswoggle you into a cage.
Okay.
Yeah, here's what you need for that: a couple of donut holes and a blanket. Yeah, Keith fucking farted himself awake the other night, and that shit was so good.
Did I?
Yeah. You were just like, oh man, I'm like a dog. Also, this morning, like it was funny. Like you had like 3 in a row where every time you inhaled, your body had reached like peak like bloat, and then that forced a fart out. So it was like.
Like one of those bathtub toys you squeeze?
Exactly. Yeah.
A woman is suing a candy shop for selling her 7-year-old cock candy. The shop owner is quoted saying, "Oh, that wasn't candy." She got raped, everybody.
Bill Cosby's defense attorney Kathleen Bliss gave her closing arguments this week, attacking his accuser and the Me Too movement in general. While leaving court, one reporter yelled, "How do you sleep at night?" To which Cosby jumped in, "Why, you having trouble? I've got something for that."
From Weekend Update to the Mean Boys podcast.
Yeah.
yeah, you're pretty overqualified, fam.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. A UK man has been diagnosed with a medical condition known as super gonorrhea. This is also the name of the next Marvel movie starring Andy Dick.
Yeah.
That was Bob, too?
All three of those were Bob.
Bob, you're fantastic, man. Shout out to Bob.
My son. That is why, my son.
See, I'm the only person on this show that appreciates you.
Now I'm just picturing, when he says, like, my son, I'm picturing, like, you remember in Superman when he puts the crystal in and then, like, Marlon Brando's head shows up, but it's Tom just explaining to him the human race?
Hey,
I don't know. You can fly. People are bad. Birds are neutral. Have fun, kid.
You know, I found Tom's next gig, Useless Zombie, all right? Mecca Lecca Hi, Mecca, I lost my shoe.
Mecca Lecca Hi, Mecca, help me find my keys.
He was in the Pee Wee Herman Playhouse show.
Oh, yeah, I thought that.
Yeah, no, I don't like talking chairs. Chairs should know their place underneath my butt. All right, Dame Digital.
All right.
A nickname I've given you for no reason at all.
Look, I love it. And all right, so research reveals that academic conferences disproportionately choose men for speaking roles. It's just not fair, says mysterious non-male voice from the audience.
And not with a bang, but with a whimper.
Hey, we had some bangers early.
We did, yeah.
He just got banged.
Actually,
Yeah.
I have one more if you want.
Oh, I love it, yeah.
You want me to do it first? All right. A man who drove a van into a crowd of people in Toronto is part of an online community of involuntary celibates who discuss their hopelessness with women in often racist and misogynistic rants. His arrest is expected to result in 10 counts of murder, 13 of attempted murder, and $5 less a month to the Mean Boys Patreon.
As soon as I heard incel, I'm like, I know where we're going.
That's the kind of battery that our fans run on Incel.
God, those people were dweebs.
All right.
What is incel?
Involuntary celibate?
He literally just described it. That's what the
Yeah, I
entire
didn't use the
joke
word,
was.
but yeah, they call themselves incels. And someone called me that at a roast battle. I didn't know what it was at the time.
Oh.
Yeah, go down that incel Reddit rabbit hole. It is fucking
It's like the
hilarious.
opposite of a cuck.
No, they're cucks.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a straight
hyper
up cuck.
cucks.
Yeah, the turbo cuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cuck Rogers.
Cuck, being a cuck is voluntary.
They're
That's the
cuckosauruses.
Yeah, cuckosaurus.
You choose to be a cuck. An incel you're cursed with.
Once you're a cuck, you're a cuck all the way. From your first jerk-off sesh till the black guy goes away. And on that note, the Mean Boys podcast will be right back after this.
Air travel can be such a hassle. Between the long lines and the high ticket prices, it's enough to drive anybody crazy. Well, Spirit Airlines is here, and we're committed to showing you the true meaning of suffering. You thought Delta was bad because you didn't get peanuts right when you wanted? Child, you know nothing of pain. Spirit Airlines was founded with a simple mission statement: to prove that there is a fate worse than hell, and it charges extra for any bag bigger than a fanny pack. No longer will you grouse about the stress and inconvenience of air travel once you've endured our nightmarish aviation gauntlet of pain, frustration, and financial buttfuckery. It is through pain we learn, and Spirit Airlines shall be your professor in the University of Unending Misery. Basically, we're like that cube from Hellraiser, but instead of ripping your skin off, we just make sure you're in a real shitty mood by the time you get to Minnesota. Every flight plan is specifically plotted to include a minimum of 5 layovers. That's right, why go straight from LA to Houston when you could stop in New York, Miami, Timbuktu, the Upside Down, and the house you got molested in? It still smells like it did when you were a kid, doesn't it? Don't worry, you'll have plenty of time to unpack the fresh hell that sense memory opened up, because Spirit Airlines has never once made a connecting flight on time, and we don't intend to start now. Our state-of-the-art fleet of aircraft is built from the highest quality recycled aluminum and that shitty styrofoam they pack stereos in. Do you hate the noisy engine sounds during takeoff? Well, don't worry, because on Spirit, the floor of the airplane is open, and the only way we get going is if everybody on board starts running like a car from the Flintstones. Sound like a pain in the ass? Well, then maybe you didn't want to go to Chicago that bad after all. Each plane is piloted by a real-life Nazi, and every single flight attendant on a Spirit flight isn't not a rapist. We provide the highest quality in-flight entertainment in the form of a hollow-eyed elderly Cambodian woman who weeps silently as she tells you the story of the night the Khmer Rouge came for her family. And don't forget to grab something off the refreshment cart. We offer Flint water, room temperature Clamato, part of a sandwich the Cambodian lady couldn't finish because her teeth are bad, packets of Brazil nuts with the original name, and a communal oxygen tank that pumps in the smell from the house where you got molested. Do you enjoy the scenic views of a window seat? Or maybe you prefer the aisle so you can get up and stretch. Well, too bad, because on Spirit Airlines, every seat is the middle seat. How is that possible? Fuck you, that's how. All is nothing, and physics are suggestions to be ignored. The geometry of our cabin was dreamed up in an ether hallucination by a rabid madman. The blueprints were drawn in blood on the wall of a cave on that island where Napoleon died. Enjoy 4 whole inches of legroom. Armrests outfitted with the finest in jagged spikes. And if you've seen our bathrooms, it's like taking a dump in the mouth of something David Cronenberg dreamed up. Long live the new flesh. The perfect blend of mechanical and biological, by which we mean somebody somehow got shit on the light bulb. Oh, and feel free to jerk off in there. The Russian pornographers who installed our smoke detectors assured us that there are definitely no cameras in them. And if you feel like you're being watched, go faster. Spirit Airlines, because you deserve this.
And the Mean Boys podcast is back to play a listener-submitted game from Mika Pratt. This is United States military operation or monster truck.
Already good work, Mika.
And I do appreciate this guy because I put Mika through a round of notes because I thought it was a little too obvious at first. But yeah, he came back with a pretty tough game. Very, very excited about. So number 1, Rat Killer. Is that a military operation or a monster truck?
Ooh.
It's pretty.
Either way, it's against some Middle Eastern country.
Yeah, it's pretty racist regardless.
Yeah.
I mean, Rat Killer seems like not a great boast for a monster truck because, like, I can kill a rat with my feet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
My car can kill a rat.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't seem like a monster. It'd be like a I don't know, rhino killer.
Whereas
or
it
something.
sounds like what they would call every mission to remove every South American dictator.
Yeah, I think Rat Killer was the original name of that Jake Gyllenhaal movie, Jarhead.
Well, yeah, Rat Killer could also be like, all right, let's get rid of all the snitches and undercover people.
Yeah,
and
Rat
the
Killer is what they
CIA.
called Revenge of the Sith at the box office. The fucking Ratatouille tanked. I mean, that was...
Rat Killer sounds like a British SoundCloud rapper.
It sounds like what the Russians called killing all those British people with poison.
I'm going to say Rat Killer is a military operation.
All right.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me too.
I'm going to go against the grain. I'm going to say monster truck.
All right, Rat Killer is a military operation.
Hell yeah, Tom's wrong.
Yeah, man, these are tough. I mean, you think like unless they were doing this to white, even if white people, it's got to be like the Germans. Or
There's no good
It can't be
situation where the
Italians.
government refers to any person as a rat.
Yeah, what
like,
does it say what the operation was?
No, I didn't.
Nothing
ask,
good.
I didn't ask him to cite his sources.
Yeah.
It's actually when they gave AIDS out.
That's fair.
we did a show at a gay bar last night called Boxers, where all the dudes were like just wearing in their boxers. Believe it or not,
They were in briefs.
Yeah, briefs. Okay. yeah. And it was basically just like an AIDS Hooters. And there's this like old Italian guy working behind the bar who looks incredibly out of place.
It looked like Super Mario.
Oh yeah, he looked like photoshopped. Like everyone else was like young, hunky dudes, and then it was just like, "Hey, Vinny, how about a slice?" You know? And I was just like thinking, like, I hope this dude is like passionate about his poppers. Like, oh, New York poppers, it's in the water. They're so much better over there. The jungle juice, you taste the flavor of the butthole.
You said the jungle juice?
Yeah, that's
juice.
a kind of
It's a
it's a
drink
popper.
popper.
Yeah, it's the one that Kyle
okay.
Clark is all into. He's
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, Kyle, you got to get the jungle juice.
Man, there's an advertisement thing for that. This is rad.
Oh, that'd be so fun. Hey, I'm a butthole clause or whatever.
Butthole claws.
All
All right.
right.
The idea of Kyle being like, brought to you by Gold Coast,
Yeah,
the
Mr.
only bar in West Hollywood where I'm the hottest one.
Mr. Rectum is more than happy to do ads for that.
Oh yeah, is Mr. Rectum here?
No.
You're gonna miss-
he's
Yeah, you misdirected him. Tom comes up with bad things. Do a thing.
Soldier Fortune, military operation or monster truck?
Soldier of Fortune or Soldier Fortune?
Soldier Fortune.
Yeah, I was invading Iraq.
Yeah.
Political.
Tom, we were making the best of episode, and Tom kept playing me as non sequiturs that he would find. And my favorite one is like, I'm telling a story, like, yeah, I was at Whole Foods the other day. Oh, they got a lot of barrels there. It's at the top of his lungs.
My favorite was there's usually toes at a party. Just out of context, they were because I was skipping around trying to find joke offs. Anyway, Soldier Fortune, I'm gonna say is a military operation because I feel like
Yeah, they
trucks
got
would
soldiers. They like fortunes.
Have, I feel like a truck would have a more manly name, like Fortune Killer, or something.
I think it's monster truck because Soldier Fortune sounds like this like same back tattoo a bro would get. I think the same thing.
I think a Soldier Fortune is just a styrofoam cup full of bummed change from a Vietnam vet.
The tattoo is
not respecting our veterans.
it says soldier and then the number 4 and then a photo of a chick man.
No, not to be confused with a 4chan soldier. That's a guy with an anonymous mask. They're calling women cunts for speaking.
I'm going to say this one, Soldier of Fortune is a monster truck.
All right.
Yeah, I think it's a truck because it's like too close a term to an actual military term.
Yeah.
Okay.
It makes sense.
All right, that one is a monster truck.
Hell yeah.
All right, next one, blacksmith.
Fuck.
Military operation or monster
Oh, this
truck?
is the toughest one so
It's
far.
either a boring name for a truck or a real problematic name for an operation. Because they're definitely going to Africa and they're not doing anything to help anybody.
Yeah, it's not like we're giving a bunch of food.
Yeah, it's not Operation Here's a Sandwich Nigeria. Like, no, this is some fucking...
Yeah, we're fixing cleft pallets with guns.
Yeah, we're killing a black guy in a beret and we're replacing him with a meaner black guy in a beret.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
I can imagine some like cool fucking art for the truck for blacksmith. You got the
Yeah.
anvils, you got the
But
hammers.
that's so
you got the
boring, though.
swords.
You could be like God Puncher or whatever, and you're just like,
That's
a
too-
guy who had a job in 1600.
Yeah, but you got to remember, a lot of people who like monster trucks also like Jesus.
Yeah, God Puncher.
Well,
might have been
nothing gets the monster truck audience like member more horned up than like a working class job that still exists. He's like, oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah, but I
when
feel
we
like
used to hit
violence,
things?"
Blacksmith doesn't really
violence
still
and like cultural insensitivity goes further.
I'm assuming.
Give it up for your next truck, Turban Burner.
Yeah. See, I think the monster truck guys are too racist to even call themselves blacksmith.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
I'm gonna. I am saying military operation for that.
Well, and you're
Yeah.
saying violent. A blacksmith, you're making things violently. You're violent towards objects. Is pretty much what a blacksmith
And
is.
that is pretty much what a monster truck does.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm going monster truck.
I'm
Okay.
going military operation.
All right.
I think it's military.
Dave Cyrus.
Military.
All right, that is a monster truck.
Whoa, son of a fuck!
Yeah.
I like that you're flipping me off with your finger too for some reason, or your pinky.
What?
Yeah,
You can flip off however you want.
What is this?
yeah. Tom, what are you doing?
Ooh.
You look like you're throwing up signs for a gang that is on fire. What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
The mountains.
Look, it just looks like someone gave you a firework, and it's been a couple months, and it's healed.
Yeah, you just got sassy palsy.
I'm not a reptile.
You look, I wish you guys knew.
What does
who-
that have to do with anything?
You don't just grow back fingers.
Well, I know. I mean, I said that you got them blown off. Was what I was
No, you
implying.
should have been clear.
Yeah, reptiles also don't grow back their fingers; they grow back their tails.
They grow back.
They'll grow back limbs too.
Yeah.
Some of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah. What? See, you non-animal knowing motherfucker. Sorry, Dave. What are you gonna say?
No, just that I wish you knew who he was, but you look like Chris Crespo saying hello.
Yeah, I know, Chris. Yeah.
He's the roast battler with no hands.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
With little drumstick hands.
Yeah.
when I was back I was back in L.A. There was like a lizard, and it was like walking down the hallway, and I kind of tried to shoot outside, and it went into Ismail's room, and I was like, that feels like kind of an Ismail problem.
Oh yeah, that's right. We left a lizard in our roommate's room.
Yeah, I can't. I don't have any idea why he's moving out. I mean, I feel like
Is that just what you call Opie?
next.
No, I'm hiding from the sun.
They sink out, son.
You got to
What
be
did
more
that help?
specific, Tom.
Wait.
You got to make sure you're talking about lizards here.
I don't
because-
want
I'm
anyone
like-
to be like, oh, they're intolerant to animals on the Mean Boys podcast.
They're not animals. They're. Oh, you meant.
Hey, yo, could you give me a minute? I'm sunning myself. Oh, he's just like on a big flat rock on the roof.
Yo,
just
it's like if you ain't gonna change the light on my lamp, I'm gonna like die in here.
yo, like I'm okay if you eat some of my flies, but like ass first.
Don't use my fly tin for the flies.
All right, next one. Nifty package. Is that a monster truck or a military operation?
That
My
is a-
grinder bio.
Your package ain't nifty. It's just fucking a lot.
Yeah.
Like a nifty gifty. That's like, oh, I got an iPod Nano, but you're just like, oh, I got a whole like Pepperidge Farm box.
Just a ghetto blaster.
Oh no, I'm sure that's.
That's what you should call your dick as a ghetto blaster. I do like on the
Yeah,
subway
I
out here.
stand outside your window in the middle of the night and just hold it out.
Just
Well, it
singing.
depends who you fuck.
Nifty.
Be able to call it a ghetto blast.
Yeah, it's true.
Nifty
Yeah.
package is for sure a military operation. It's for sure the most terrifying, most gruesome thing that we've heard so far.
We figured out how to put depleted uranium in bats.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a military operation because people in the CIA are a bunch of dorks.
Yeah.
They would call something
Well, yeah,
a
like,
nifty package.
like you see in
Yeah.
these James Comey interviews, he's just like, I thought it was real swell how we fucking waterboarded those towel heads, you know? Like he's just like, I
Something
thought it
scary
was
about a
neat.
guy who tortures Arabs but won't curse.
Yeah, nifty.
Yeah, right. You torture people, but you're like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah,
Golly
nifty.
gee whiz, I'm taking your thumbs.
Nifty package is why there's like a religion that no longer exists. It is.
Oh,
It is
man.
something fucking gruesome.
I had the best roast joke for Keith. I forgot to do is after he swears, I'm like, you kiss your mother's dick-sicking lips with that mouth.
I feel like the person who named it Nifty Package really blew their "Don't Ask, Don't Tell" cover.
Yeah, it's definitely a military operation.
All right, guys, that is a military operation. And finally, Bushmaster.
Oh,
This is the workout machine that Keith's mom is a fan of, the Bushmaster.
yeah, her fucking pubes have muscles.
Yeah.
I thought
I'm just picturing she's got a bunch of little biceps coming out of her
patch
pussy.
of jacked pubes.
Yeah.
That's a gun, right? That's like a gun.
A Bushmaster?
A Bushmaster.
I don't know.
I think
Maybe.
it's a
It sounds
kind of,
like it is.
I think it's a kind of gun.
Ask any one of our listeners.
it could be a monster truck homage to late President George W. Bush.
They're both still alive, Tom.
Yeah, but they're both not.
Well, we don't know when this is going to air.
Yeah, it's true. He's
They
in the
were
hospital.
lately presidents. I'm not technically wrong.
You've seen
You
the
are
picture
so
of,
wrong.
Of HW in the wheelchair at the funeral with all
Yeah.
the people. It's the face he's making is one of the funniest things I've ever seen because he just looks like he's going through a vortex of pain.
Oh, I do like
One of those things where it's like, I have to smile for this picture, and it's doing so much more to me than you know.
Yeah, it's like you
Yeah.
forgot how to smile near a black person.
Speaking of, we have two people in money spots in the death pool on this podcast. We got Dave and Connor.
Yeah, we're definitely hoping. I've been looking up Big Van Vader's heart problems, seeing how he's doing.
Yeah,
I tried to pick up Barbara in the trade round when she was in the hospital, but she'd already been snapped up.
Yeah, I got to make some trades on the first.
But who cares? She's like 95. Or it's like,
Oh yeah, but if you're the only one who has a hazard, you get a bonus in the death pool.
Oh, yeah.
Single bonus.
My,
See, I went for all young people I thought would die.
I read a bunch of blind items, and I was like, ooh, this chick Courtney Stoddard has a drug problem.
I'm telling you, Millie Bobby Brown from Stranger Things is going down, and that's how I'm going to beat you all.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of someone. I realized
I'm going to feel really bad when I get all those points.
See, I took Azalea Banks as a real dark horse because then I'm going to feel like a giant hero if she dies.
Oh, dude. Well, one person that joined our death pool is just in a bunch of them, and they're just like a death pool shark, where
shit.
they just pay the money and they go fucking, because they're in the lead right now. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I thought it's supposed
They
to be
only have
for
like
people-
3 hits. They just have good hits.
They have good ass hits. Yeah,
man, that's kind of a bummer.
I think
Well, no, he's a Mean Boys fan.
Oh, okay.
He just
okay.
has played before.
Okay,
Gotcha.
as long as he's like a Mean Boys fan.
No, he's a
Yeah,
Mean
well,
Boys fan because there's no way to join. You have to listen to the podcast and see it and then
Gotcha,
email
gotcha.
me. Yeah, no, he's a Mean Boys fan.
Oh, okay.
At some point, $100 isn't worth spending that much time on which celebrity's about to die.com.
Yeah.
Bushmaster is a truck.
All right.
Yeah, I think it's a truck.
Yeah, I think it's a truck too.
Yeah, I'm gonna say military operate. It could be like we were gonna invade Australia and we forgot, kind of deal.
All those.
Operation Whoopsie Daisy.
Yeah, America's always forgetting to invade people. It's like, oh, that's right, Iran. Come on. Trick question. That is both. That is a truck and a military operation.
It's pretty funny. This is a good ass game.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mika Pratt, for that game. And the Mean Boys Podcast will be right back with more bullshit after this. Daddy, can we see the flamingos? Sure, honey. Wait, what's that? Come along, sweetheart. No, Daddy. What are those two animals doing to each other? Are they fighting? Well, sweetie, they're sinning. Sinning? Yes, Sugar Pop, they're sinning. You see, those lions are having sex, the physical act that makes babies. But I thought you said babies came from the stork we saw earlier. Daddy may have fudged the truth a little bit, sweetie pie. But wait, what's wrong with that? Don't lions need to make babies to keep their pride strong? That's a very smart observation, dear. But the problem is, those are two boy lions, and the good Lord tells us that sexual mingling with our own gender is the highest disrespect to his will. Okay. And worse than that, do you see how one's mane is big and bushy and the other one's is smaller and has a thicker coat? Yeah. Well, that's because one's an African lion and one is an Asian lion. So they're not just committing the crime of same-sex beast fuckery, they're participating in race mixing, which is the biggest threat to our family's future. Now, don't you want to have a safe world to grow up in, little one? I guess so. Well then, throw your souvenir cup at those nature homos and let's go look at the flamingos. The Mean Boys Podcast is brought to you by Studio Headphones.
Studio.
Ooh. Mr. Ear, is he here?
The ear is here.
Oh, good, man.
Yeah, listing for some beautiful plugs for my favorite headphones.
Hey, Mr.
Studio
Ear, can you
headphones.
tell me one thing about you, like one specific detail?
I love sound, and I'm two ears melded together like a butterfly ear.
Wow.
I didn't know that till right now.
Well,
Oh,
studio.
it's in the can.
And you said it like you didn't know that until right now either.
Oh, I don't know many things except for how great the sound of studio headphones are.
I don't like this professional Mr. Ear.
Mr. Ear is so professional for noise, and no better noise than the ones coming out of studio headphones from Sweden. Oh boy, and you can go use
Opie is drive-by mocking you.
promo code MEAN, I believe.
Not at all.
MEAN,
Okay.
boys.
Shut your fat mouth,
What's
Mr.
the
Ear.
code? I don't know words.
I'll take over and do the real ad here, Mr. Ear. Studio headphones are a fantastic way to listen to your favorite music, podcasts, and whatever the fuck. Go to studiosweden.com and check out their wide selection of audio products. We're wearing the Regents right now. That's the premium on-ear model. Very comfortable. They have Bluetooth capability with hours of battery life on a single charge. You can be freewheeling and rocking and rolling around town all goddamn day. And if you're a Luddite like me and you like the cord, they've got an auxiliary cord that's noodle flat and it never fucking tangles. I've not had a single tangling issue with this once. I bought a pair of headphones because I lost my studios out in the road for a minute, and I was untangling the entire time. I forgot what a fucking luxury it is. So go grab those up. They got Bluetooth earbuds and all that shit. And the best part of all is if you use promo code MEANBOYS, that's all one word, MEANBOYS for most of our illiterate listeners, you'll get
Oh,
yourself...
that's the code?
Yeah, you got it. It's 15% off and free shipping all over the world. So invest in yourself, treat yourself to something nice you're going to use every single day, and help out the Mean Boys while you're at it at studiosweden.com. Take us away, Mr.
Oh,
Ear.
thank you for all those who've purchased a Studio Suite. You get it? Mr. Ear is happy. Oh, thank you for just bringing all this joy to Mr. Ear's life. I hear you. You hear us. Mr. Ear for Studio's headphones. Studio Sweden headphones.
End the sentence.
Thank you.
And the Mean Boys podcast.
Tom just...
It's like Tom waited to cough until we threw back.
And the Mean Boys podcast is back.
Yeah, you're like if they made a haunted house in a mental institution, you would be the fog machine, just the one stubby man vaping at you.
You don't need fog machines now that we have vapes.
That is a fog machine.
No, you're like a Motley Crue concert.
Or some other kind of... It could be some other kind of very similar...
Wait, hang on. We got to acknowledge that he said you're like a Motley Crue show, and then Tom sang Panama by Van Halen.
Oh yeah.
Dude, all those bands sound the fucking same to me.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah, they're all pretty lame ass.
They all involve like wigs and fucking tights and slamming guitars.
Yeah, they're always playing the harpsichord and writing songs where they fart at the end.
That
And
fucking wicked theremin solo.
yeah, and then there's another dude who's locked in a bird cage. Yeah, that was me. Anyway,
I'm going to get Tom into a cage. I keep thinking about it, and here's the thing. I've already kind of figured out how it's going to happen. I can't tell you now, but I'm going to tell Connor later.
I don't know where you can even afford a cage.
You don't know
That's
what
a
I'm
good point.
capable.
Yeah, dude, Tom, you're about to get caged.
A cage that can fit me. Dude, you're going to get hit so hard if you fuck this up.
I'm not even going to touch you.
Yeah,
No, you're gonna be so happy you can be eating whatever treats you put in the middle of the cage anyway. You're not gonna care.
yeah. Well, yeah, and you can. There will be a corner for you to soil yourself in.
See, all you're doing is planning out like the E.T. situation, and I don't eat floor M&Ms, so good luck.
No, I feel like this is going to be like 2 days in. He's like, guys, I figured something out. You don't poop in the same place you eat.
Well, yeah, you said you don't eat Flora and M&Ms. A man who just moments ago was talking, extolling the virtues of weed and Skittles.
Yeah,
all right? This
you
is-
eat them out of the bag. You don't. Ooh, floor candy. You don't. Also, I mean, here's the agreement. If you do get me, you got to let me out pretty quickly because I will freak out.
Oh my god.
Okay. But you're not going to.
Yeah, he's 100% going to. Keith is,
I know. Here's what I'm going to do instead. I'm going to get you in a cage, and then I'm going to mail you to Timbuktu like fucking Nermal in Garfield.
Here's the thing. If you fuck up, you got to post a picture of you and a black guy going, I lost.
Here's the real question, though. Does it count if Tom is able to physically destroy the cage from the
No, it
inside?
doesn't count. If I can
Wait, hang
destroy
on,
it.
Tom
No, because that's not a cage.
So
That's just...
I gave to build a cage strong enough for retard power.
okay, so Tom,
Yes.
if you can break it, then it's not a cage. Then you don't have a brain because you've broken that. All right. if I can break it, it's not what it is. Logic applies. Then nothing means anything.
No, a cage is something that holds you in it. If I can just break out of it like it's real easy, then that's not a fucking cage.
That's a fair point.
That's just a box.
He's just gonna yell "Goss smash" and all things.
Yeah, fucking Wreck-It Ralph, man. Tom really does look like Wreck-It Ralph. I know we've discussed it on the show before.
Dude, I love that dude. He's all sad and shit.
Yeah, wrecking stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway,
He just wants to be nice.
which of the following?
Racket, a racket, a racket, a racket, a racket, a racket, Ralph Doo-Doo.
Oh no, my mommy!
Oh no, our podcast!
Sorry, Starburns, you already signed the paperwork.
It's so cool. You guys are Starborns now. Like, no, I love.
You said Starborns.
Yeah, I did. Like, no, I love Dino Stamatopoulos. Like, I was actually excited about this.
Yeah, we're very excited, and Tom definitely knows who that
Hey,
is.
please
Yeah, it's
don't
that
tell.
Russian
Yeah,
dude
I
who
also
played for
totally know who he is.
No, because I recently watched all the old Dana Carvey episodes, and you're like, oh my god, you look exactly the fucking same 25 years ago.
Yeah, he did not age. He's got weird vampire magic.
Yeah.
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 So
Twilight.
Dave actually made a Which of the Following this week.
Yeah, it's Golden Age superheroes. And I know you guys have done comic books before, but I checked. There's no repeats.
Okay, sweet.
So this is only Golden Age, which is like late 30s to like 50s.
real
like
dumb,
that.
real dumb era of
Yeah,
comic bookery.
old timey. This could be like comic strip, comic book, but
Just
I
some
didn't-
comic media.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So first one, which of the following is not a real Golden Age comic book character? Rhyming edition: Shady Lady, Minister Blizzard,
Not rhyme.
to them it did. Close enough. Madam Smasher, Roy the Superboy.
Oh man, that's lame as hell.
Madam Smasher is Tom's Grinder profile. Or I guess Tinder. You don't really smash a lot of Madams on Grinder.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's just because I fought that puppet. You know, madam.
What was the first one?
Shady Lady.
Shady Lady's pretty funny.
Oh
That's a
yeah,
drag queen.
that's like the guy the first dude who named his weed. He's like, I'm going to call it the Shady Lady.
That's yeah.
Take it to the moon.
I think Shady Lady is the fake one.
Um,
guess.
I'm Roy the Superboy. His power is for sure like brushing his teeth and having good manners. I'm going to say Shady Lady as
He
well.
looks like Damian.
He looks exactly like Damian.
Oh boy.
When Roy the Superboy was frozen and they thawed him out.
Yeah, this sounds like some like early U.S. propaganda, like Boy Scout superhero kind of thing.
Yeah. He always carpools and he doesn't trust Japs. Roy the Superboy.
I forgot the last one. What was it?
The last one was Roy the Superboy.
Oh, the last one that didn't rhyme.
Minister Blizzard.
Minister Blizzard and Madam Smasher.
Yeah,
Okay.
those are like they kind
They
of.
kind of it rhymes.
Minister
for,
Blizzard sounds like a claymation character you'd be afraid
It
of.
rhymes for the 70s.
Yeah, you know, in the 70s, they're real loose about rhyming. That's a common
You
thing.
guys read poetry from that era?
No.
It's all over the place.
No,
That's
I don't.
true. No, there were less rhyming ones than I thought. Like, I
Oh,
had to
yeah, you
really
fuck
look.
with Langston Hughes. I got a lot of strong opinions.
I'm gonna go Roy the Superboy.
I think Madam Smasher.
The fake one is Madam Smasher.
Oh,
It's from the Madam Smasher
hey,
himself.
how are ya, boys?
Hey.
All right, depressing edition.
Oh shit.
That's all of them.
Wheelchair Wally. The Weeper.
His name is Pelswick, all right? I don't know.
The Weeper?
The Weeper. Weeper. The Fighting Hobo.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And Super Slave.
Whoa.
Are these all descriptions of me on this podcast?
One of these is fake.
Yeah, the Grim Weeper. Super
Yeah, the
slave.
Weeper is just Elmer Fudd singing Blue Oyster Cult.
His powers, he learned to read.
It's a bird, it's a plane, it's running away, get it!
Can we hear him again?
Yeah. Wheelchair Wally. The Weeper. The Fighting Hobo. Super Slave.
I'm going to go Super Slave.
Super Slave's gotta be real.
Yeah, it came in the 70s.
I mean, I'm just thinking
That's
about
when
stuff
people-
that-
No.
Not the 70s.
This is that would be Silver Age. This is Golden Age, which is like late 30s to like early mid 50s, I think.
So they still okay.
Yeah, when someone was complaining about representation
And
in
don't
comic
forget,
books, and he was
one-
like, we got
just-
Super Slave.
One hint about all these is that these could count as local newspaper comics. So these go in some There's some pretty weird ones. And then these also could count for, like, the horror comics of the 50s.
The Super Slave is definitely a pro-slavery comic. It's the 30s.
He doesn't even have powers. He's just really good at being a slave. It's like, man, I picked a lot of cotton today. Good for you, super slave.
This julep is fantastic.
Just eating a real julep. A weeper.
What was the first one?
First one was Wheelchair Wally.
Oh,
Wheelchair Wally.
I think Wheelchair Wally is the fake one.
Okay.
yeah. I also think Wheelchair Wally.
I'm going with the Weeper because, like, I don't understand. All these other ones, it's like, he has a wheelchair, but it can fly. Like, I can't be like, he cries, and then Noah had to build the ark. Like, I don't understand what
I feel like the Weeper is some sort of, like, knockoff of the Shadow.
He could be like a Punisher thing.
He's
What
dressed
was
like a
C?
sad clown and shooting mafia guys.
What was C?
C was the Fighting Hobo.
Okay.
The Fighting Hope. No, Hobo. Shit. This is different. D. I'm going D.
All right.
Super Slave.
Super Slave.
Okay. Connor?
Super Slave.
Super Slave. The fake one is Wheelchair Wally.
Wow.
The Weeper is like an actual villain who just is really sad. That's literally his power is that he just
I
cries.
gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger.
I can tell you
today.
For a Zoloft today.
The Fighting Hobo is very real and is exactly what you think it is. It's like
hobo that
that
fights.
World War II era where he fights all the people taking advantage of the other hobos.
That hobo.
The
Street
Super
justice.
Slave is white.
What?
He is a white genie.
Well, the Irish were slaves. We all let them around.
He's redhead. Yeah, he looks Irish.
Is he like a slave though? Like,
He is the slave of the guy who holds the lamp.
I'm assuming that guy is also white.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Yeah, that's how weird Super Slave was. Okay.
Yeah, that's how racist America is. Yeah, black man couldn't get a job as a cartoon slave.
Yeah, exactly.
Christ.
All right, next. Villains. Fat Fiend. Crime Man.
Oh my God! The comic is due tomorrow. What do we got? Fuck. We already did Super Slave. Crime Man.
Steel dude.
No, they were.
Loitering.
Yeah,
These
Tom,
people
you
are
have a
not
microphone.
creative.
Actually,
The
Did you-
Great Loiterer.
Steel dude.
So, Fat Fiend, Crime Man, the Desegregator.
It's the worst sex toy ever. All right,
Holy shit.
That's a villain.
He's the one who frees the genie.
and finally, Captain Suicide.
Whoa.
Please rule.
Okay,
One
so,
of these is fake.
so Tom is Captain Suicide. All right.
Yes, he is.
You're a fat fiend. Oh God.
I do like to titty fuck a cankle.
Can I hear B and C?
Okay, well, I'll do all one more time.
yeah.
Fat Fiend, Crime Man, the Desegregator, Captain Suicide.
I'm going the Desegregator.
That's kind of what I'm leaning towards as well. But God damn it, these are all very
There's a
good.
dude twiddling a mustache, and it's like, they'll share a school.
B was Crime Fiend?
Crime Man.
Crime Man.
Crime Man.
I'm going to tie the 18th Amendment to the railroad tracks.
I'm going. God.
And then
they're
drive
all-
a mixed bus over it.
Whatever one it is, you hit it well. I'm going Crime Man. Yeah, just because Crime Man.
Crime. I commit crimes generally.
Yeah, that's just a criminal. The criminal's like, look, man, you can't just be a supervillain because you call yourself a crime guy.
He's
Let's
like,
see
fuck,
Batman
I
stop
can't.
the jaywalking.
So we out our guesses then?
I think desegregator.
Desegregate. So we got
See, I
three
think that
Des-
one's for sure real.
We all have the segregator. What's Tom at?
The fake one is
Crime Man.
Tom is Crime. The fake one is Desegregator.
That is so
I
funny,
figured you'd know, and I just really wanted to say it.
Yo,
wanted it to
Damo
be
is
real.
100% on this so far, batting a perfect
Captain
game.
Suicide is pretty
I feel like that's not a
Yeah,
good thing for this game.
Oh yeah, no, not since Keith Carey did 5 for 5 on Australian towns.
Yeah.
I am 0 for 3 right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, a lot of these characters in those days were just so on the nose.
Yeah.
Like, they don't care.
You don't
These are so
say.
funny.
There's a Captain Nazi.
Hang on.
Yeah, that was one. That's
Yeah,
not his
he's
name.
guy, right?
Hey guys,
Yes.
he's the president, folks. Come on.
Oh, you guys couldn't hear Connor pull on his collar like an old time vaudeville guy.
Yeah. Hey, Bill Maher, I'm available.
All right, next, sidekicks. Which of these was not a real sidekick?
excited.
Motorola.
An Asian man named Chop Chop.
Oh boy.
A black driver named Whitewash Jones.
Oh, yeah.
A Latino boy named Sleepy Diaz. A fat woman named Etta Candy.
Ooh. I gotta go Sleepy Diaz. What does he add? I mean,
What is he? What?
what is
he add
what
to the
is
equation?
he adding to the crime fighting deal? You know,
Naps.
See, I don't know that much about these.
I know. I mean, I'm just saying, like, what would his role be? You know, like Sleepy Diaz.
Well, Whitewash Jones lost his job when the desegregator was defeated.
Whitewash.
Yeah, I think a couple of these I actually know.
Oh, okay.
But one
of them, there's an interesting backstory too that I'll reveal.
Between two, I'm going to say Sleepy Diaz is the fake one.
Yeah, I think it's Sleepy Diaz too because it was pretty. The 1930s. What was the war against Mexico was like 100 years ago or something like that. 150 years ago.
Like the Alamo?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess a little bit less than that, but
A little bit less than that. And that wasn't a lazy war. So I think that stereotype
the Revolutionary War was what 10,000, 13,000 years ago.
We hadn't progressed to being racist towards Mexicans. We were still working on black people. Like we haven't even discovered Mexicans yet.
Yeah, so I kind of feel like it's the sleepy guy. Also, there weren't many. These mostly came from New York. The first comics. There weren't many Mexicans in New York at the time.
the ones that were incredibly lazy.
Okay, I'm going Sleepy Diaz.
A very sleepy group.
If you watch like old Dick Tracy from that era, they did not respect Latino people.
Dude, I'm
and
calling
their work
Luis
ethic.
Gomez Sleepy Diaz forever now.
Oh yeah, well yeah, it took 6 blunts to the face to do a 90-minute racist podcast.
That was a lot of fun. That was mostly him saying the N-word and then passing me a joint. It was a lot of.
Yeah, what do you think, Dame?
I don't know because I'm trying to think of like what whitewash meant back then, and that's why I'm like, well,
Because it might have meant like just painting a fence.
Or laundry.
yeah, or it's fake. I'll go whitewash Jones. Why not?
Is everybody in?
Oh, you might be fucking up your lead, bro.
No, I think so.
They
But
might be keeping it.
Did everybody guess?
We all guessed, yeah.
It's Sleepy Diaz.
I got one.
Yeah,
Etta Candy's Wonder Woman, right?
Etta Candy was in the Wonder Woman movie. They just removed her last name to get rid of the pun.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was like she's a fat chick. She eats candy, and actually she's the girl from The Office in Wonder Woman. Her name's just Etta.
Yeah. She's
is it?
Wait, which one?
In the Wonder Woman movie,
I haven't
she's,
seen it.
She's the overweight woman who helps
From the
Wonder
British
Woman
Office.
like
Yeah,
get
yeah.
dressed.
Oh, got
I'm
it.
going to say
Yeah,
Tom listing
yeah,
Office
yeah.
cast members.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, not the American Office.
Have you seen that deleted scene from The Office where Stanley reads hentai?
yeah,
It's pretty great. It is real. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
dude, I'm going to need to see that as soon as we're done
That sounds
recording.
Oh, I'll show it to you. That's good shit.
I love The Office.
All right, Team Edition. Which of these was not a real Golden Age team? Yank and Doodle,
The original name of this podcast.
Ham and Edgar,
Same joke.
the Boy Buddies,
Same joke.
and
The Mean Boys.
the Three Dimwits. So yes,
I gotta go 3 dimwits just because that's too perfect. Hey, we used to have a smart guy.
The Three Dimwits is like some sort of like comic strip, like not a superhero thing, I think.
yeah, these can be comic strips. not
Exactly.
heroes.
What are A, B, and C again? real quick?
Okay, Yank and Doodle, Ham and Edgar, the Boy Buddies, the Three Dimwits.
I think it's Ham and Edgar.
boy buddies.
Actually, I'm changing mine to Yank and Doodle.
Yank and Doodle, Boy Buddies.
People loved Yanks and Doodles back then. It was like the Yankee Doodle was very popular. That's that was like their adventures. I gotta go.
It was patriotism.
Yeah,
You
I'm
gotta see
gonna.
the Yank movie
I
before
gotta
this.
go.
Doodle Infinity War.
What was C&D?
C&D with the
Winter Doodle.
Boy Buddies
I'm going the Boy
and the
Buddies.
Three Dimwits.
I'm going the Boy Buddies.
Oh yeah, 3 dimwits for me.
Oh, we got everyone? Okay, the fake one is Ham and Edgar.
Son of a bitch.
Oh man.
Funny story. The Boy Buddies were a superhero team, including Roy the Superboy.
Oh, god damn
Seen
it.
it coming.
A lot of boys and buddies in that.
I mean, they're called the Boy Buddies.
Oh, we watched this good ass fucking old like 1920s like 1950s educational film. It was called Boys Beware, and it was like the homosexual lurks at night. He stalks his victims and makes them feel cool by taking them fishing and giving them a ride home from
seen that.
basketball
Yeah.
games.
Yeah, and then like there's a weird turn in
He
it
was
where somehow like a
mentally
10-year-old boy gets raped by an old gay man who looks like John Waters, and then gets arrested for getting raped.
Yeah.
and his parents had to pick him up at the police station. Like, oh rats, I got plugged, Mister. Like,
Oh, it's so good.
yeah, it rocks pretty hard.
All right, all real or all fake? Gay edition, the Gay Desperado, the Hummer, Butt Riley,
That's my favorite funk band, Butts Riley.
Gag Man,
Ooh.
and Girth.
Oh my god.
So one more time. The Gay Desperado, the Hummer, Butt Riley, Gag Man, Girth.
These are absolutely all real.
They're all real,
Girth
yeah.
sounds like a Def Jam comic.
All real, and they're all going to team up and fuck the rawhide kid.
Make it out for Girth, ladies and gentlemen.
Going fake.
Yeah, of course they're all real. Here's the funny thing about that. Butt Riley was an actual real person that they made a comic book about. He was a criminal who was known for headbutting people. Oh. And he would refer to himself as the hardest head in Christendom.
Wasn't
Wow.
they had that song too, Butta O'Reilly? Wasn't that?
I'm not familiar.
Tom, you're fired again.
Yeah.
And yeah, Gag Man, I mean, they were just so bad at making villains back
Oh,
then.
well, I think he would probably just do. I think he was kind of like Mysterio, where he just did like pranks and tricks.
Like a Joker situation.
Yeah, I don't think he was
funny.
a guy who's like he can swallow a whole hog.
I really...
He can swallow the ham and the Edgar.
What's the trick to turn off your gag reflex? You do this with your thumb, right?
What?
Isn't that how you turn it off? Someone told me that.
Oh, some man.
Someone was
tricked you.
trying to...
Well, I was in a cage at the time. So.
I don't think that's true, but if it is, this is a game changer.
I'll tell you one. Here's one that works. If you got to piss, scratch your left ankle and it'll go away.
Here's how
As
I
long
know
as
that
it's-
doesn't work. You've left so much piss in so many cars within 5-minute windows. There's no way.
I mean, you have to be continuously scratching it, but it does work.
I got to look into this gag reflex thing.
Well, I'm going to be
make
telling
some
you
phone
next time
calls.
we're on a road trip, you're scratching your ankle.
Hey, next time you're on a road trip, fuck you. I'm not getting you gigs anymore.
I've gotten you as many gigs.
I know you have. I'm just giving you.
Oh, by the way, there were too many for the category, but there was also a headman.
Ooh.
They are so bad at this.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
All right. Well, that was quite a boner on their part. Am I right, gang? The Mean Boys will be more Mean Boys soon. The Mean Boys podcast is brought to you by Don Carlos Taco Shop in La Jolla, California.
Mr. Taco, or what the fuck ever.
Don Carlos Taco Shop is the purveyor of the finest Mexican food that money can buy, ladies and gentlemen. They're located conveniently across the street from the La Jolla Comedy Store in
Get a
San
burrito,
Diego.
go see a show, man. That's
Yeah,
the party
man.
right
Go
there.
see one of the
Yeah.
great Comedy Store headliners. Get yourself the fucking best burrito I've ever had in my life. This guy has the passion for burritos that, like, it's like if they need to make like an American Chopper reality show, but with this guy, like, talking about how he uses the Chris Cut cries.
It's magic. Like, am I saying he's a meat wizard? Certainly.
Yes. And that's not exaggeration. He is a meat wizard. Also, I'm going to be doing stand-up this weekend. If any Mean Boys fans want to go get a burrito with me at Don Carlos, fucking hit me up on Twitter, and I will go eat a fucking burrito with you at Don Carlos.
Ooh, absolutely. We might drive them their first sale.
You also just stuck
Entire
a commercial
advertising
into a
campaign.
commercial. That was really impressive.
Oh, yeah, dude.
I'm all about inception of ads, all right?
We sold out, guys. You don't even know.
Hell
Like
yeah.
podcasting networks. and
I'm
just-
getting a burrito there regardless.
It's
So if you
all
want to
plugs.
join me, fucking get one. They're fucking great. They got the crinkle cut fries in the burrito.
Oh, yeah,
California
dude.
burritos are amazing there. It's the best California burrito I've ever had.
and we've had a lot. That's all we fucking eat.
We
so.
are a primarily burrito-based ecosystem.
Absolutely. So head on over to eataburrito.com pregame. Decide what you're going to want because you're going to be in the store for an hour gawking up at the chalkboard with the embarrassment of riches before you. And support Don Colors because they're a great friend of the show.
Guang.
And the Mean Boys podcast is back. We're dipping into the Mean Boys mailbag to read some of your questions, your comments. Soapalistic, solapistic, piss-faced God writes, with the success of this tour, will you do more tours in the future? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we literally are talking about like 2 days after we land in LA, we're going to start planning the next tour.
Yeah.
So that tour sheet is still live. So if you want us to come to your town, let us know where you live and, the closest major city you're going to come out to, and we'll work around that. That's how we booked this tour to great success. So we need to see where it's financially viable. And the more of you do it, the more likely we are to come to your city. And we've had the fucking time of our lives, so we'll absolutely do more tours.
Most definitely.
Sleeve McDykel, all right, whose username is magical_daddy. He writes,
Magical Daddy is the real one.
yeah, he writes, did any of the Mean Boys end up throwing a tantrum and being a little bitch on tour, or were you all pretty chill the whole time?
We've always all had like minor ones, but we've been pretty copacetic.
Yeah, we were all
this
pretty
whole
chill.
time.
You
We're
got
pretty
mad
good.
at me once.
Yeah, I was kind of a cunt about the ice cream, but I was
You were-
mostly doing a bit.
Yeah, but
When did I get mad at you?
you got mad at me about the flyer for the New York show.
Oh, even then I wasn't like mad.
That's what
It
I'm
was
saying,
more
like,
like
that's
I
the
just
close.
woke up and like, oh, come on.
We had you and me got in like kind of a kerfuffle in DC a little bit. Which is more just me being in a bad mood.
Yeah, which was me fucking with the photo too. Yeah.
I want to say how proud I am of that someone who looks like Connor and acts like Connor took eating the soup so well.
Oh, thanks, man.
Did you see the video? It wasn't super well.
No, I listened.
Yeah, it was tough.
At one point, he ran out the door while a black man chased him down with soup. It was a
Did he know he had soup?
yes.
Next question. What sort of event or deterioration of standards would it take to convince you to run for any public office, no matter how big or small?
I would run for public office. My dream is that we someday run Tom for like a city council seat.
Oh, and I believe Tom joins the school board to reform special needs bus drivers.
I organized a student strike school board. It was mostly just fighting the system. Cost the school quite a bit of money. Very fun.
Nice. All right.
Created a drum circle.
What Tom is describing is I didn't go to school.
I got the 10% less attendance.
You actually do remind me a lot of that
Oh, yeah, you
Australian
did.
prisoner that Tom Hardy played who started those prison riots.
Oh yeah.
Wait, are you talking about Bronson?
Yes.
Yeah,
You
English,
are
yeah.
Bronson.
Yeah, Tom.
Oh
loves
no,
that.
I've never related to a film more than Bronson. I was like, all this takes is
not good.
all this takes is just like some handcuffs and some push-ups.
Maybe Chopper. Maybe Chopper also, but they're like the same.
Shit.
I don't know who Chomper is.
Hey,
It's a
Tom,
very similar guy.
you printed out a bunch of handbills and you just passed them out that said no school. You know,
Yeah, no,
you stole
well-
the special needs printer, which was not guarded as well as it should have been. Obviously,
it was basically the vice principal always made announcements, and she always had a very specific lingo, and I was just like, oh, I can just mimic your lingo. Handed out like 5,000 sheets of school paper with it all printed out, and just kind of left them around, spread the word, and then kids showed their parents. They got out of school, and what was the math on how much money?
I think you get like $80 a day, for having a kid there.
And there was about 3,000 kids at that school. I dropped attendance by about 10% of what their regular is.
Yeah, so it was like something like $24,000.
By the way, how mad do you think that school was to find out that Tom outsmarted them?
Foiled again.
We got flim-flam by the retard printer.
Jean-Claude Van Damme is just sitting there banging the table.
We should have recruited him.
If Connor turned out to be a serial killer, would you guys still do the podcast?
I mean, we're still doing the podcast.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Considering what Keith has been accused of publicly, and you're still doing it with him.
Is Dave Cyrus aware of how professional you guys are now that you are at Starburns Audio, or are you just bringing Starburns down to your level? The second one.
Yeah, that ruined the legitimacy of this
Yeah,
network.
we're in Cyrus's kitchen right now.
Oh, yeah, cool. You got Dan Harmon. Oh, this is going to sound bad because we're doing it at a dead guy's apartment.
I mean, most apartments had somebody dive in at some point.
Yeah. All right, guys. We're going to dip into the voicemails. This one, it sounds like it's going to be pretty good. So let's take a listen.
Hey, me boys, Tristan calling you again from Buffoon Lagoon, Australia. It's Florida. Fuck, who are we kidding? You guys, you just put out the best of episode, and it reminded me of a story that I actually I'm proud of, but I really shouldn't be. You played the Alligator Dave skit, and I'm not gonna lie, I had a lot of respect for Keith because, god damn, spot on just how people that have touched alligators have talked. It's something to do with the skin, I think. Yeah. Anyway, so, there's a story of how I caught an alligator with one leg and one eye that I had to return to my neighbor because it was his pet.
Okay, hang on. I'm going to go and stop you right there. You didn't catch an alligator. You stole an alligator. That's a very important difference.
Okay, yeah. Let's listen on.
All right.
And that's pretty much the story.
That's pretty much the story.
Oh, God, Alligator Dave is real.
Okay.
I ever tell you the story about when I stole my friend's pet alligator? Because that's it.
Oh, there's like a minute and a half left.
Oh, Jesus.
But you gotta get him out of the fucking water first, and that's the tricky part. It helps to have a stepdad who's not technically married to your mom yet, aside from common law. That way he can sit on its back while you yank it out of the fucking water with a fucking shark rod. And because that's the kind of shit we do out here.
Where's he
Keep in
from?
mind, this
Australia.
the fucking pond we had to yank it out of,
Must be from
not more than 150 feet from my mother's back door. And
I
yeah,
hope he means at the
make-
house.
yeah, make the joke. Trust me.
You called your shot.
Put him in a cooler, mind you. One of those that'll hold like 36 beers. Just enough for a good afternoon with whatever fuckhead you're hanging out with that day.
Wait, he put the alligator in a
Okay,
cooler?
so cool. You guys want?
Yeah.
Anyway, long story short, turns out it wasn't a gator, it was his son.
Yeah, my buddy tried to get a 30 rack out of there and ended up getting fucking murked by a crocodile.
I gotta stop calling you guys when I'm drunk, because I sound more redneck than I really live, and it's ridiculous. Anyway, boys, great job on the tour. Keep the shit rolling, man. And congratulations on the Starburns pickup, man. That's fantastic news. You guys are gonna you're gonna blow up from here. All right? Y'all have a great day, evening, wherever the fuck it is, or, what the fuck do they do over in Echo Park? Filipinos don't know. Anyway, bye.
Yo, that dude is the mayor of Buffoon Lagoon. That dude rips.
Yeah, that was pretty
I
dope.
like that guy. I'm confused. Did he say he was from Australia, or I mishear that?
He's from Florida.
Oh,
Yeah. I bet
when
Oh, did he say Meth Australia?
I think he did.
Oh,
yeah.
America's Australia.
That's an us reference. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I bet when that guy meets any Filipino, he goes, I know people from historic Filipino town.
I bet you when that guy thought he caught an alligator, he caught a Filipino.
Well, yeah.
Man, I don't put a shark rod up my mom's back door.
Yeah, you can tell the eyes are closer together. That's how you know it's a Filipino, not a crocodile.
Don't you hate it when you steal an alligator? Turns out it's just a big cat.
What do you think would be easier to get into a cage, an alligator or Tom?
1,000,000,000% Tom.
Alligator's less dangerous to try to get into the
That's a
cage.
very good point.
Yeah.
You just got to get on something high up, and the alligator won't get to you.
Yeah, you're really.
I don't trust Tom's climbing.
You're
No,
really-
Tom can climb.
You're
Yeah, I saw that movie where he takes that lady up the Empire State Building.
Yeah, you're
You
taking,
large ape.
You're taking a risk here. I mean, you saw what happened when I pinched my finger.
Yeah.
Broke your
Oh, I'm not going to be physically near you when this happens.
Yeah. Keith will be in a
You're
helicopter
gonna have
miles
to
away.
buy drones to make this work.
No, Keith's going to be on like a loudspeaker like Saw. It's gonna,
Just like a fat doll of me on a bike.
Yeah.
Hello, Tom. You're not very smart.
Dude, I just realized Zach Amico looks like white trash Jigsaw.
Fucking pig saw.
Well, I think that's the Mean Boys podcast for this week. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me, man.
thank
Yeah,
you.
you can follow Damian on Twitter at Damian Holmes with 2 S's.
Yeah.
Dave Cyrus is just at Dave Cyrus.
Sirus.
Sirus. You guys got anything you want to plug?
You could, if you really want, you can check out this new podcast I'm doing called Blame Storming. It's on the iTunes and shit.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah, well,
And the
link to that
David
in the
Feldman,
show.
and I'm on the David Feldman show weekly too.
Nice.
And
Yeah.
these are this is an old thing to plug, but if you guys are listening, you've never seen Dave does something called Brickstone, where you just go fuck with the Westboro Baptist Church. And I think anybody listening to our show is going to enjoy that if they haven't seen
Oh,
it.
thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, we'll have a link to that in the show notes. Come see me at the Comedy Palace in San Diego on Cinco de Mayo and headlining the Madhouse in San Diego March 8th. And then June 15th and 16th, I'll be headlining the Velve in Austin, Texas. Can't wait to go back to Austin. And in mid-May, I'll be in Chicago for something that I'm going to be announcing soon. So stay tuned for tickets for that.
End of May, I'm going to be doing a run all through Northern California. So I'm going to be in San Jose, Stockton, Sacramento, Ukiah, Blue Lake, San Francisco. A couple other ones I think I'll be going with Nicole Buchanan. Keep your eyes peeled. I'll be posting the dates and shows and all that shit very soon.
May 4th and 5th, I will be at the Madhouse Comedy Club in San Diego, and then May 16th, I'll be at Caser on Long Beach. I heard that's a real fun show.
Oh, yeah. That'll be fun. All right, guys. Thanks for doing it.
Fuck everything. God is dead. Crazy.